All right, here we go.
Okay.
I'm Pat.
Hi, Patrick. I'm Jeffrey. Notably absent is my brother, who I think is in a state of deep mourning right now.
Oh, because of Denver? Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Not like this, man. This is not
Not like this,
not
man.
like this.
Not like this.
Mm, no,
What movie is that from?
that's the Matrix. That's the,
Oh, yeah, yeah. He's got unplugged from the chair. Not
the,
like this.
it's just the most dead ass. Like no emotion. People mocked it for years.
Not like this.
Not like this.
Yeah, no, that was so. I was at the yacht club watching football yesterday, of course,
Yeah.
and so the place just went nuts. I mean, like absolutely bananas
After the win.
when they made the kick.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
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 yeah.
yeah.
And it was maybe 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes later, because it was pretty quick that news came out. No, actually, it was a little bit
No, it
later.
was it was. I got that. See, that's Will hadn't even heard that shit when I sent out that message. That actually popped up on fucking Twitter.
Yeah, yeah. No, no, no. It came up on the ticker too, on the TV, and then because we were watching the other game when they announced that.
Did they?
So yeah,
Okay.
we were
Yeah.
watching the Seattle game. Absolutely fucking stomped a mud hole
Yeah,
in
that
the
wasn't much of a
building.
game, was it?
No, that wasn't a game, Jeff. That was an execution.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully, the Seahawks and Rams will beat the crap out of each other next week.
It's possible.
They do seem to be. Well, the
The
Rams
Seahawks are
obviously.
pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Rams
Yeah.
are pretty good too. Well, I don't know, man. I mean, like today's game was really close. Their game last week was pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, but so is the Bears too. So both their games are close. So it's not really good. You can't really get a good feel for it.
Yeah.
So the Seahawks absolutely fucking crushed the 49ers, and the Patriots absolutely dominated Houston.
They did.
So
They
yeah,
did.
that game was actually kind of boring. So I mean, it was fun, but it was a little
Well, if you're going to talk about picks, then yeah,
boring. Yeah, that
that
was
is the
spectacular.
that is defensive abuse. That is just
Yeah.
that's just
Well,
picking on a guy.
yeah, and then for Denver to, I don't know, man. I was reading up on it today. I guess they're shopping around for somebody. Does somebody out of retirement or something?
Well, this
They're
is
going to get Peyton Manning out there to suit up, man.
hey, man. That's what as well. I said, I said, you're Tom Brady over here, running backup.
Dude, that guy hasn't thrown a pass in 3 years.
Oh shit,
Yeah,
I didn't know
yeah,
that.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He hasn't thrown a pass in 3 years in regular season. So
Oh my.
yeah, I know. So it's bad. So
See, and that's the tricky thing. This is where people are upset because now I didn't see this happen. I was kind of in and out in this on the Denver game, but what was the when you were there with a live crowd
uh-huh.
and you saw an interception that was
Quote
questionable?
interception.
What was the take of the people in the
It
audience?
was kind of like, But then he called it, says, yay, and then it was like watching the replays. Everybody's like, whoa.
So, all right,
So, and
okay,
then
all
when
right.
they didn't challenge it, well, I don't know if they could challenge that one. Oh, but anyway, so then they hike the ball and off we go, and then everybody's kind of like, yeah, we got lucky on that.
Well, so this is why people are a little bit in a tizzy right now because they're like, all right, so had things like if Denver had moved on with an intact quarterback, right? That would be, so you're talking about next
You
week.
can't play this game, man.
This is what
This
I'm
is a
talking
bad
about.
game to
Yeah,
play.
yeah. So people are quite upset. They're like, well, did you have to give them that interception if you were going to?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's not how that's not how football works, but sure. Oh yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, there was a lot of different things. I mean, if they had actually just kicked it, so rather than try and eke out another play, then okay. I mean, he easily made that last kick. So, I mean, well, no, actually, he had to throw it first before yeah. So, because it was the second to last play where he broke his ankle, and he didn't realize it at the time either. So, although like when he was running off the field after he gave fucking crybaby a hug, was the guy. Um, Who's their opposing quarterback?
Oh,
uh,
Josh Allen.
Josh Allen. There
Yeah.
we go. Yeah, who I like very much, but he was Mr. Pouty yesterday. So
Well, he's been a bridesmaid many times and never a bride. He's
yeah,
just
right,
he's
yeah,
been
he stood up at the altar.
yeah,
Yeah,
he's been hanging out there, and again, if you look at this bogus interception issue and say, all right, there before the grace of God or whatever, okay, so he does have a right to be upset.
I guess, man, but you still have to convert it. I mean, that was like 2 minutes in. So I mean,
Oh no, no,
yeah,
I
yeah,
understand,
yeah.
I understand.
And they made the exact same call today in the afternoon game.
Did I?
So yeah, just this last game against the Rams. So in this case, but it was almost exactly the same thing, where he field stripped the ball.
But ultimately, yes, a prestige quarterbackless team is moving on to the
It's the headless horseman,
yeah.
man. And who knows, man? Who knows? I saw all kinds of speculation on the newswire today, going after everybody from like, I mean, who do they have on the list? I mean, some were ridiculous, like Colin Kaepernick and stuff like that. I know, yeah. It was like, oh,
Like I
that'd be
said,
fun. You know?
if your backup hasn't thrown a pass in 3 years,
And there's
that's
only one.
still
They don't have a third guy.
okay.
Yeah.
So the depth chart is literally like the punter or something like that.
Uh huh.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
Uh, so ultimately here, yeah, if you go after Colin Kaepernick, yeah, your backup who hasn't thrown in 3 years has still thrown a pass more recently than him.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean all the guys on the list were kind of ridiculous. There was like one or two that was like, okay, that makes sense. If they could get him, kind of thing. Let's see who. There was one I was like, oh, he's a young kid. I can't remember who got pushed out like 2 years ago. Anyway, he's been trying. I can't remember his fucking name. So, but
Oh, okay.
there were a couple
Yeah.
other guys on there that you reckon, like Matt Ryan was on the list. So he was like, call me today.
Really?
Yeah. It was Cam Newton. Cam Newton was also on the list. He's like, yeah, I'll go.
What is he really?
Yeah. Yeah. But no, there was a younger kid. I remembered him. I can't remember.
You know who would do it?
Wow.
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady can't do it. I saw, like, I couldn't find out why either, but all the articles were like, he can't. And I was like, why? Tell me why. So,
Is it because of the ownership?
it's got to be something, man. Yeah. I don't know.
I don't
So,
think. Yeah, I don't think you can own part of the Raiders and
play against the
play for the
Raiders.
Broncos.
Does he own part of the Patriots?
No,
Oh,
I
okay.
don't believe so. I don't
Okay.
believe so. Yeah, I believe his first and only purchase stake right now is the Las Vegas Raiders.
Raiders. Oh, yeah. See, that's why. Yeah. I guarantee you that's why. Yeah, there's like a hard line there. You're either a union or you're not.
Kind of. Yeah. See, I
Your
wonder.
management.
Here's the thing: is he is such a competitive dude.
He probably sells.
I
to
wonder if he
everybody.
would actually sell his. But see, I think that would be baloney because it would be like, uh, hey, I'm going to sell this to you. Sell it back to me.
For $1. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, okay, no, yeah. So,
But
well,
that
I
would
mean,
make
that was
sense.
the
I
other
don't
thing. I
think.
was actually
Yeah.
thinking Peyton Manning would come back because they're about the same age. So I
Yeah, but
think, I
Peyton
think.
Manning had those
Oh, I
spine
know. Yeah, I
surgeries
know,
though.
man. Yeah, yeah. I mean, he would die, but he'd go out like a god.
See with John Elway. I mean, get the shotgun himself into giving one last Jedi effort into,
Dude, I don't think he can walk.
and you presume that Peyton Manning,
Well,
who
I've seen him walk recently. I have not seen John Elway in a while. So,
I've seen his face,
well, sure.
he is he has some hair left, not much. I mean,
Oh,
it is a losing effort
yeah, yeah,
right
yeah,
up
yeah.
there. But I mean, yeah, if you're gonna go for Mr. Franchise,
That's too far back. You got a guy between now and then that would work better.
who, Jay Cutler?
Yeah, sure. Fucking call Tebow, man. Get him out there. So he's probably been doing reps this entire time. He's like,
You know what? Actually, that's a good point. Just in terms of who's probably still in shape enough to play.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, yeah. We'll see. Otherwise, we'll just go with, I haven't thrown a pass since, 2023. So we'll see how that works.
Well, at least so that's the trick is at least if he's on the team, he's been going to the meetings. He knows the offense. He knows the
Yeah, that's true. He's been playing the practice squad and stuff.
right, right,
Yeah, yeah,
right. He's been there on every formation. He knows everything like that. You know,
yeah.
they've done
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
the unless you have somebody that is absolutely and again, it would be weird to have somebody this skilled not playing right now,
Right.
just fresh out of the league, just you know, hey John, I know that we need you for one last
One
job.
last job, man.
We need you, and nobody
Yeah.
else can do it,
Get the
man.
band together
Nobody
one
else can
last
do
time.
it.
Yeah. So this rock is coming towards Earth, and we need you to drill
This
this
is
to
what I'm
it.
talking about. And yeah, he's fucking Grizzly. He's just kind of like, I was quit when I come in here.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
twice as quit now.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, and if it just so happens that that's the guy, but I don't think such a person exists because he is invested in the Raiders. Otherwise, I would say
That guy is invested in the Raiders, and he's probably mad about it right now.
I know in
So,
his nasally weird voice. He's,
damn it. I got a shit team for it too.
Raiders
Yeah,
anytime.
yeah.
Now keep in mind, I love this guy, but he has
I
a
know, I know, I
weird.
know.
He has
Yeah,
a
he does.
he's not fucking. He's not like that Muppet from Kansas City, but he does have a little bit of a weird voice.
Muppet. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Oh yeah. There you go. Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, I bet you this. Yeah, actually, I know the Chiefs fans are mad. They were at the bar last night.
Fuck them. What's their problem?
Oh, nothing. I
Oh,
have
oh,
friends who are Chiefs fans, and they're
oh,
like,
okay.
"Oh, God damn it, fucking, we
Oh,
didn't know this was gonna happen."
oh, that's fair. Well, it's the problem here is it also
They didn't even make the playoffs.
no,
Yeah,
they did
yeah.
not. Um, and this also substantiates Williams' earlier assertion that the Patriots have arrived on easy street again.
They have. They didn't even spend like what 3 years in purgatory.
Well, okay, so they did have years in purgatory,
A couple.
right? But they weren't awful years. They
These are
didn't
like
have
Bills years, man.
yeah,
Yeah.
they didn't have. I mean, they didn't have that like 2-14 season. They didn't have
No,
things that were that bad.
no,
And
no.
even with the like the Cam Newton years were not that bad. They weren't great, but you knew it was just you're waiting for the next thing in the future to turn around. But he was right on this year when we were comparing records. He said that the the Patriots have not gone up against a real quarterback um, this season. Now, I would argue that against the Chargers,
Yeah,
against
against
the
the
Chargers,
Chargers.
yes,
Yeah.
and they really dismantled him. That was quite amusing. That defense ruined his day,
Ruined.
ruined his day. But the opportunity now to go through Bo Nix here gone.
Yeah, no. So
Yeah.
sorry, machine's out of quarters.
That's just how it
Yeah,
goes,
yeah, I
man.
know.
Well, and tell me this: from you watch most of the games here. Do you think that these teams that are here right now, did any of these look like really fluke teams, or do you think that these are going to be teams we're going to be seeing in the
We're
playoffs?
going to be seeing a couple of them again. I mean, the only one that I saw, like the 49ers lost last night, was embarrassing. So
Uh,
they kind of embarrassed themselves. But I mean, they were fine the week before. So
'Cause they beat the Eagles, right?
they beat the Eagles. Yeah. So
Well, the Eagles were they kind of a
they were the scary guys.
uh,
So yeah, so but I don't know, man. Yeah, and I mean a couple teams like even oh well, your brother would probably talk about this more on Wednesday or whatever.
we'll get his
Yeah,
postmortem.
we'll get
Yeah,
his postmortem on it.
yeah.
So I don't want to go out there and talk about shit that I'm misremembering, which I'm finding that I'm really fucking bad at. Like,
Oh,
it's just like one of those things. It's like, was that last season or the season before?
oh, oh, okay. Well, all right.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, and that's cool. At least to me, if say for example that if we're going to be seeing these teams competing again in the playoffs, seeing Bills, Patriots, Broncos, stuff like that.
Well, probably. I mean,
Then if we're seeing new rivalries come back from before,
yeah.
that's kind of
Well, some of the teams are going through, like the Steelers imploded.
right.
And
Yeah.
yeah, they imploded and to the point in time where like Tomlin says, I'm done. Which
Was
mean
he done or did they let him go?
I think he quit.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
it might have been one of those things. It's like you have till Friday. I don't know. Yeah, I
Well,
don't know the story.
well, is it something where people don't have to say anything? It's just sort of unspoken. Just
Well, you like Belichick and fucking your guy. What's this guy's name? Who owns the Patriots?
oh, Kraft.
Kraft.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't really have to say anything because I said at the beginning of the season, so, we don't go this year. You don't have a job, and we didn't go. So it's just like, hey, how are you? Yeah, good. Yeah, you need a hand there? Oh, got it.
I think it's reasonable for an employer to set expectations.
Yeah, I don't think that was actually the case with the Steelers. Because I mean, that's like one of the most storied coaching positions in the NFL. There's only been four. I didn't know that.
Yeah, you're guaranteed a pretty darn long tenure.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are. And so I was already seeing speculation about like coaches like looking at that and like, so there might be some movement going on next year. You never know.
Well, the guy that they would have wanted to get, I presume, just signed in New York.
Who's that?
Harbaugh.
Harbaugh? Yep, maybe. I don't know. I don't know, man. Yeah, that's we've got 8 months of speculation.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
And
so
I'll save some of these questions for when the Mel Kiper shows up
yeah,
and
yeah,
has
yeah, yeah.
his.
We should run these by him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, personally, I was looking at baseball the other day. I was like, who's coming to town this year? Well, we'll go see.
Like during the
So,
football game.
yeah, it was during the football game. Yeah. Particularly the one where the Seahawks were, skull thumping. So this year we've got some pretty good games, man. So both Baltimore and Boston are coming.
Oh,
So and then Rockies go out and they're going to fight the Yankees in New York right before 9/11. So
really now?
yeah, I was tempted. Well, no, we can't afford that this year, but
You can if you try.
I could if I tried, but that would require that I'd take other projects off the table, and I don't want to do that. So
When you're talking, sometimes it's just that thing where you're like, yes, I could go to this, but I kind of, I've come to really, that one sandwich I get every week,
yeah, I
it
know
means a
it
lot
means
to
a
me.
lot to me. Yeah,
I mean, it can go if I don't get it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. So, but no, I mean that sandwich makes me happy.
Yeah, makes me
Yeah.
happy every week.
Every week, yeah,
Yeah,
rather than just a couple days.
yeah.
So, no, I wouldn't go to that one anyway because it's right before. So, and it's the 25th anniversary, so that town's gonna be fucked that week. So,
I don't think so.
oh yeah, so I guarantee they'll have all kinds of like fucking ceremonies and remember the 9/11, blah blah blah, all that stuff.
I don't think they remember anymore, Ben.
I think okay, yeah, sure,
Yeah,
yeah,
I think they forgot.
yeah, right, yeah, yeah, yeah. This is the giant hole in the ground. There used to be a train station.
Well, okay, yeah. So there's a hole in the ground, yes, but they did elect a Muslim as their mayor. So I mean, I think
Is
they
he
forgot.
actually Muslim?
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought he was just like, like that's
Of
where his parents were or
the
something.
adjacent.
But I mean, does he actually like pray every day and do the, like have to point the towel to the east or whatever? Is he that kind of Muslim, or is he like one of these Jews who's like, I am Jewish, but
Oh, but I eat shellfish and fucking bacon
exactly,
all day
yeah.
long. You
Because he
know,
strikes me as the kind of guy who probably does like a martini every now and then. And you're not supposed to do that if you're actually that.
absolutely not.
Yeah, okay.
That's correct.
Yeah, no. Das ist verboten. So, or however you say that in
Arabic. I
Arabic.
don't
Yeah,
know.
it's
Yeah.
Arabic. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. So, Well, and quite honestly, man, I mean, the postmortem on that one is kind of out. That if fucking douchebag Cuomo had dropped out of the race, yeah, we wouldn't have, this problem in New York City, which isn't my fucking problem. I don't live there,
Nope,
so not
nope.
my
This
problem even a
is
little bit. I'm just a buy. I'm a spectator. So
That's correct. The only thing that we can do is we can watch from the side and watch this experiment and say, all right, so either nothing will happen, which is starting to be my gut feeling is starting to be it's a lot of talk and nothing will change.
yeah,
Or this will be the most geographically closest example where we can see that socialist policies were tried and failed.
I don't know if he has enough time to do it. We'll find out.
He absolutely does not.
Yeah.
The the talk you have of basically we want to destroy the land values of certain areas to bring down the price of homes is just good luck. The heart of your business is all
Yeah,
centralized in that,
it really
and
goes against probably what every one of your voters wants. So, okay. Um,
pretty much.
yeah,
So I think he's
or at least anybody owns a home. So,
well a home
yeah, or
or
flat,
those
whatever.
expensive ass uh, apartments or anything like that. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's sort of I think that the sort of promises that you make with that sort of thing in that place are virtually impossible to carry out without a um without a violent overthrow of the entire government.
Well, you can't do that.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah, no.
So I think it's
Yeah, he
just
doesn't
it's really
exactly
all
have an
talk.
army.
No,
So,
no.
I mean, the NYPD is like the size of an army division. So, but I don't think they all like him. So,
I'm certain they
and
don't.
unlike the army, if
Yeah,
you tell a cop to go shoot somebody, he can arrest you.
that is true.
In the army, you say yes, sir. Otherwise, they shoot you.
Correct.
Yeah, yeah,
They
it's a different
will.
kind of army. Yeah,
Right. They will investigate that person later.
right, right.
It's not your fault.
Not your fault.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, you can refuse an unlawful order. I wouldn't.
Uh, I don't know. Depends on what they wanted me to shoot.
You want me to name the person?
Well, I don't know.
Oh,
I mean, but like, okay, so if it's like terrorists or guys wearing Nazi helmets,
right,
or yeah, those are fine.
right.
So yeah, but like fire on a crowd full of people protesting the government, yeah, no, I'm not gonna do that.
Well, I mean, there's ways around that. You just kind of point and you go, "Phew," right?
Pew pew pew
Because if it
pew.
looks like other people are shooting, they won't notice that you're not
They're
shooting.
gonna check your magazine.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. You just
Yeah, yeah, right. Just put them in your pocket.
right.
Look at that. My brass still has bullets in it.
Yeah. Well, it would be weird if they did come after you later on and just start inspecting your weapon for firing. When I presume this would be just you doing it.
The Germans used to do that all the time. So when they would do firing squads,
Oh yeah.
yeah. So they would have everybody line up and be like the Einsatz group and stuff like that. It was like 10 people and they have 10 soldiers. And they knew if you didn't fire because your guys would drop.
There you go.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
I don't think it's that particular situation we're talking
no,
about,
it's not.
Patrick. I would think um, if we're at that point, we'll have a different discussion. But
We will have a different discussion at
yeah,
that point. Yeah.
yeah.
So, yeah.
I will say I am a little. Did you have the good sense to try and stay away from the news, or what did you do? What was your?
I watched football.
Okay,
The only thing that I was trying to catch up on was just I check in on the Iran thing every now and then, but it doesn't seem like anything's happening there. So, other than the fact that we sent a fucking carrier task group there,
yeah, I don't.
well, it takes like 10 days to get there. So, it's not even there yet.
Yeah, this is weird. I don't. Uh, I have no idea what you would do. So if you're basically aiding a, I don't want to call it an insurrection, but basically aiding a
I don't know.
revolution, so to speak. what exactly would be the targets that you go after?
Well, and that was kind of the thing that I did watch a couple of my
Yeah,
military
yeah,
guys on this one. They're
yeah,
like, well, basically, remember that thing that happened back in June, where they bombed the shit out of Iran for 12 days?
yeah.
So they basically took out everything that was a juicy target.
That's
So, yeah, they
yeah,
said, like, so they basically own the skies. There's no air defenses in Iran.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
it comes down to the point of, all right, so do you Hellfire missile the Ayatollah himself?
You're asking me?
Yeah.
Do I do I control? Am I controlling the missile?
If you want. Put some English on it. Beside none of the bridge, man. You better get some spin on that thing.
I would personally prefer that he be brought in alive and tried for the what is the range of deaths at this point is rather staggering.
Yeah, I haven't seen any numbers that I trust on that one because it's either like way over exaggerated and you're getting black pilled, or it's actually really low. And they did actually kill like 30,000 people over the last week.
That's sort of where I'm
Yeah,
at right now. Is if the numbers that they're talking about, like 12,000,
that's
are
a
are
lot.
accurate, that is a shit.
That's a shitload, man.
That's a
Yeah.
lot of people, and so
It's an
if
entire Russian division.
you're not wrong. I've heard those guys are porked. I heard like their dudes are surrendering now,
All the
and
Russians.
yeah,
Yeah, you don't hear that much about that going on. So, other than the fact that we keep yoinking their tankers, so
yeah,
which is hilarious.
I think that's great.
They did it in front of the Russian Navy the other day. The Russians sent two ships, or well, warship and a submarine out to escort one of the tankers in.
Yeah,
We just grabbed it
yeah.
while they were watching. Yeah, just like helicopter dudes right in, turned it around.
I mean, let alone that shit that they were doing where they would take it to Cuba, right?
Yep, they put an end to that.
Yeah, basically give it a new name and then send it back out.
Yeah,
Uh,
so it's a 300,000 ton vessel that's like 1,000 feet long, and it goes like 12 knots. That's like walking speed, and it's like, yo, you pulled a fast one on us, didn't you? So now I just been watching them do that. I don't know. Maybe they'll do that to Iran. Maybe that's the whole idea. Go over there and yoink their things.
I don't know. That's the. I guess the only other thing I could think of is just basically fucking throttling any and all military installations they have, just so that. Uh,
Yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, there's not really a good answer. Apparently, like the Israelis went absolute ham on them. So
did
like
they?
way more than we thought they did. So yeah, last June or whatever that was, last the 12
Back
day
end, yeah.
war. Yeah, when and apparently they did absolutely fucking wreck-sore that nuclear facility. So
Yeah.
because they actually admitted something about that the other day. So and I'd never seen them do that before.
What they're saying.
Well, they said something about, well, the equipment might be buried, but we still have the willpower. And I was like, wait a minute. Say that first part again. So yeah, I don't fucking know, man. I don't know what the guy's up to. You just got to watch him now, man. I mean, that's all. So and see what happens. I have no idea where Greenland's going. I don't. Okay, maybe we're serious now. He's like, okay, tariff on you and you and you and you over there, and it was like, huh? What? Why? So and then like a couple of his cabinet cronies were going around yesterday. Maybe that was this morning actually going around on the Sunday shows, I guess. This morning talking about, well, as the whole polar ice cap, starts to clear off and stuff. I was like, wait a minute. So climate change is back on the table? Oops.
Well, all right. So the strategy, it makes perfect sense to me. Again, with the Venezuela thing, it now makes perfect sense to me exactly what is being done here, right? It's either of them on their own would be unusual, but in conjunction now it makes sense. Where it's
Okay.
your presence in this hemisphere
Is
is
not
not
well.
welcome.
Yeah, but like the Russians aren't even there.
But it's
So,
not. It's not really them.
well, it's the Chinese, but they don't have bases there either.
It's not about bases.
Yeah, it's
It's
about
just about
boats.
basically
Yeah.
if we don't get there, they will.
See, I'm thinking it's still like I'm still going with the everything is aligned where we're crossing dudes off the map, and the last one is Putin.
I
So
agree. I
yeah,
agree.
and
I agree. I agree.
I
That's
think
part of it. But
Greenland has something to do with that because he's fucking sick of NATO, pussyfooting around because they won't put any pressure on the Russians. They won't cut off their gas supplies and stuff like that.
that's
So he's kind of like,
yeah.
all right, well, if you're not going to fuck with him, I'm going to fuck with you until you start fucking with him, kind
Yeah.
of thing. And then the other thing is like, okay, so like the one thing that does make a little bit of sense is like, as far as missile defense goes, if he's actually serious about that, Greenland is really helpful, okay, because almost
Yes.
all the Russian missiles have to come over Greenland in order to get here. Now, missile defense here in the United States has never been about stopping the Russians ever, okay, because it's just too many, And so it's basically we're fucking done. So if that balloon goes up, it's over, but.
We hit our button, and that's
Yeah,
just how it goes.
if they're changing
Yep.
their mind about that and say,
Yep.
well, maybe we could actually shoot them all down, then yeah, you want Greenland.
Yeah.
Because that gives you about an extra 10, 15 minutes, which is critical. So,
Yeah.
and that might be it. I don't know.
Well, it's
He's not going to say that part out loud, though.
well, no,
Yeah.
that's sort of giving it away. I mean, the other component here is it's just uh, it's sort of strange because we already have unlimited access to build whatever military stuff up there that we want to.
Yeah, they were kind of cool with that. And so that's the other thing that I don't get about this is like, well, what do you mean buy it? I mean, what about the dudes who live there? Do they all become citizens? Did
Well,
they have to like issue like they have to have like a DMV now, stuff like that. What if they don't want to do that? So what are you going to do? You're going to go shoot them?
that's a great question.
Well, I know he's not going to do that. No.
The only again the only thing to me that makes sense in terms of why they would want to purchase this outright is to basically block and say, all right, well, because it's ours, no other nation can basically build here without our approval. Where if we have military stuff, or they could make a different deal with the Chinese, that kind of thing,
Right.
and we wouldn't be able to stop that. So that part makes sense to me. And you're right, there is probably something where Russia is concerned with this. And yeah, the other part, you're absolutely correct. Where look, you're the fucking guy's neighbors, right? You're still buying his shit.
Yeah, do
If
something about that.
you had a problem with this,
Mhm.
step one, turn it off, find something else.
Yeah, exactly.
You just
Yeah.
don't have a choice.
You just don't really have a choice.
And that's your fault.
You don't want to buy it from us and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
So yeah, it is, and it's just because the EU is not really a country. It's like 32 neighbors who kind of get along. It's like it's like a block party.
It's like the worst
Yeah.
HOA on the planet, man. It is. It's fucking terrible.
I don't know. It's not my business. I don't live there. So,
No. Matter of fact, I'm going to tell you, I really do think that the EU is something that will sort of implode at a point because the restrictions that it has are kind of problematic. Now, this is
they kind of like them. That's the thing, man. I mean, fucking that Scott, that economist, what was his name? Mark Blythe.
oh yeah.
Dude, he was predicting that fucking 16 years ago.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like, okay, anytime now.
Oh, I get it. No, I understand.
I mean, there's something about it that Europeans actually do like. So
Yes.
yeah, and so that's the thing, that's kind of. I mean, there's a reason why everybody on the eastern side of the fence there wants to join. So
Yeah, that's true.
yeah, so
Yeah.
there's something to it. Yeah, and they're going to go through with like all their free speech restrictions and blah blah blah. And most Europeans don't fucking care. They don't care about that, man. So, I mean, they don't see it as like, oh, well, if they block assholes on Twitter, it's not my problem. So,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
And
Well, I'm not an asshole. Yeah.
right, yeah. I'm not an asshole. It's not
Yeah.
my problem. Yeah. But that's a very European way to look at things, too. So, I mean, I've had a lot of European students over the years, and I mean, some of them are like, "Well, you can't speed here." So, because the sign says 35, you better go 32 just in case you're not paying attention. Yeah, kind of thing. I'm like, wow, really? It's like, yeah, this is why we don't have speed limits in Germany. Because if we did, everybody would follow them.
It's funny, Patrick. It's funny that you mentioned that because speed limits are very much. It's so weird. Just the sort of like tacit agreement that we have with speed limits in this country, right?
Yeah,
You know, where
it's
you
okay to tickle it a little bit from time to time,
kind
but
of
yeah, just
right.
don't be that guy who's always doing like eight.
I
You're a
mean,
fucking menace. Yeah, no. Yeah.
eight is generous sometimes, yeah,
Oh
and
yeah,
that's the component of this where it's like, all right, we have this sort of flexibility built within the system, right? Kind of like, yeah, it's a 5 mile cushion, right? It's not a guarantee, but it's sort of like
plus it's a
a cushion.
school zone. Don't do that in a
Plus,
school
it's a
zone.
school zone, and it also depends on the work zone.
Yeah. Don't
You're
do that in a work
you're
zone.
not supposed to do it
Not
on the work
supposed to
zone,
do that.
but I can tell you, depending on where you are, if you're on a marked shuffle work zone, if they're doing 45 through the work zone, you do 45 because you will get destroyed if you don't. Right?
Yeah,
Again,
I don't know, man. I've seen,
I totally agree with you, but
yeah. No, I mean, I don't know, man. I've seen a few. Like the construction workers have gotten more surly. I'd say like the last five
fair.
or 10 years,
Yeah.
because I've seen guys like literally, yell at cars or point waving flag at them and stuff. I saw one guy huck like a big gulp at a car. you know? So, and it's like, yeah, okay, I'm okay with all of these things.
I don't have a problem with it. No, I really don't. But yeah, there are spots where it's a suggestion. It's
There
very
are
strange.
spots where it's a suggestion.
But yeah, that strange thing where you have that flexible cushion and uh, it's not hard and fast, and it's just it's a little bit bizarre where you just have to sort of get to your comfort point,
Yeah.
you know, and you can't just say like the easiest thing in the world would be to say just like, oh, if it's 35, do 35, right? But
Seems pretty straightforward.
it's
Yeah.
just not how it works out
No,
sometimes,
you're
you
expected to
know.
do like 36 to 37
Yeah,
just to show, just to demonstrate that you're trying. Yeah.
yeah,
Europeans are not like that though, man. At least not the ones that I've known. So, I mean, they're kind of different from place to place, but there's a whole chunk of them that are kind of samey same. So, and those are
yeah.
all the ones that live on that sea. So that's in the north. Yeah. So
Well, those people are very rules oriented, if I recall.
they're all
Yeah.
very rule oriented. So, um, yeah, the UK is kind of different, but apparently not, man. So I don't know what's going on with them. I was talking to my local uh, Britisher
Yeah.
last night. He was like, "Yeah, I don't think we're going back." So he's like, "Maybe."
Well, does he? I guess that's the question. Does he live in London or anywhere on the rest of the island?
Well, his wife is actually not English. His wife is Belgian,
Oh,
and
oh,
so the choice was, either go back to Belgium, which he was fine with, but his whole neighborhood is way up in the north, so it's past the ice wall. So, and yeah, like we're like, I guess soccer hoodlums are still a thing.
yeah. I
So
think
yeah,
you still have England there.
right, right. So, but my understanding is she doesn't really want to live up there. So, and my understanding is it's actually a pretty fucking miserable place.
From a lot of accounts that I've heard of people,
Yeah,
yes, yes,
yeah. Just in like it's Colorado Springs, but the opposite in terms of sunshine. So
right. Yeah,
rather than
when
having 330 days of sunshine, you get 330 days of not.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I've heard something similar. One of the I don't know if you saw this. Did you? This actually was sort of one of the big blow ups. Kind of cracked me up here. Was did you hear about that game they put out called Pathways?
Uh-uh.
All right, so
Like computer game,
yeah,
PC game.
it's sort of a computer game, but it's an online game. It's basically it's just if anything, it would feel like one of those like modules that you would do for work.
Yeah, sure.
Okay, and so this one, uh, they were rolling it out to kids, and this is basically about uh, de-radicalizing, people here,
The
right?
children.
Yes,
Do the children need de-radicalization?
evidently. And well, so evidently, and this is what sometimes you just have colossal backfires, and
Check for license.
sometimes you just have a colossal backfire, and it's just great. But
So anyway, give me some background. Who made this?
all right. So who made this? There's a branch of the government,
Our
right?
government.
Not ours.
Oh, okay.
This is the UK government.
UK. Okay.
Yep.
All right.
So this was something they set up post 9/11 that was
Okay.
designed to present radicalization
Uh-huh.
specifically, okay, in Islamic sectors.
Right.
Right? Now, over the 20 or so years that preceded, that changed over time. So what they're on the lookout for are basically far right people.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah. Soccer hoodlums.
Uh,
Future soccer
yeah,
hoodlums.
basically Union Jack waivers. So the
Oh no, you got to go to St. George's Cross, man, if you're serious.
that's what I would do.
You that's his fault.
Yeah. But
Different guy.
so what they did was, for kids and for teenagers, they made this little online game where you have these choices, right? You choose between a man or a woman named Charlie. You're college aged, and you have these decisions that come up from time to time here, and these are basically
Sounds horrifyingly gay. So
it's so here's the thing is it's exactly what you think it
got it.
is, right? It's exactly the loaded scenarios that you think they would be.
Like, it was designed by edu guys. I'm telling you, man. No, nobody in education realm can they cannot help themselves but forcing an outcome. So it is you can't even think about like having an open world kind of thing with them. So they're like, well, wait a minute, you don't learn anything from that. So,
No,
right, yeah.
they actually took the consequences of the game out of the game. They
Oh
were
yeah,
in
sure,
there,
yeah.
but they took them out. But the thing that's beautiful about it was, again, this is the sort of tough thing when you hamstring yourself and say, all right, in order to not offend any groups, we have to relegate the quote unquote heroes and villains of this to a certain ethnicity, i.e., white, right?
Well, of course, the
And
blank slate, whatever. Yeah.
absolutely. So what happened there is within this, there's this friend that is constantly suggesting ideas about. She starts,
You want to go beat up a cat, George?
yeah, and that's where it's you're supposed to say. You're supposed to say, I don't like these ideas. I'm going to report you to the authorities. But
What? Go beat up the cat?
what happened? This is the problem is, again, in order to avoid stereotypes, what they did was they made the adjutant basically like this cute college girl, right? And so what happened
Oh,
is
okay, I got you.
this is tied into all of the reactionary ideas of I'm against immigration. I am against, this. I am against this and this, right? What happened was this character was so likable that, that people were like, oh my God, the villain of this story
Yeah,
is so
it's
fucking
so cool.
based
Yeah.
that they took this character and have created this
Oh.
entire mythology behind this to be like the face of the movement.
Yeah, I gave her a backstory.
That's
Yeah.
correct. And they again with AI and stuff like this, it spread like wildfire.
Yeah.
And the thing that's beautiful about it is they pulled the game because
You show you guys.
this is fantastic. But I do love because your hamster. It's like, well, I can't make the person that's a villain like this. This is
Yeah.
So let's do this. Let's be inclusive with this.
Yeah.
And I think that's fantastic. And again, it's the same kind of thing that you're talking about.
Dude,
is
curriculum designers are some of the most out of touch people on the fucking
The worst.
planet.
absolutely the worst.
I mean, I
Yeah.
work with
Yeah.
one who's amazing. And very like down to earth and stuff like that, and
Yeah.
really practical. And, she's great. She's got a colleague though that is fucking insane. So yeah,
Uh,
I know, man, and you know the type, dude, because we had them all over the school district. Every department had its guru somewhere in some building somewhere.
well, what kind of insane are you talking about?
Uh, well, not nothing political. I guess in her case, it's just
Okay, well, that's
it's like it, it's like you would design a roller coaster to never ride it. Let me put it that way.
okay.
It was like this is gonna make all the kids vomit. She's like, yeah, but it looks cool when the auditors come around. I'm like, yeah, but all the kids are going to be covered in barf when they show up. That's going to be terrible. So, kind of thing.
Yeah,
And I
yeah,
was like,
okay.
you're way overthinking this, making it way too hard, kind of thing. And, well, we're going to make sure they get their money's worth, blah, blah, blah. It's like, that's for me to decide. It's my fucking class.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you guys have a problem with it, you take it up with me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So, um, yeah, so I just learned to kind of do that stuff like on my own, and then have like an ally or two who I can like, hey, let's upload, you know, to make it legal.
Just a version where you can say, "Hey, I looked at his, he looked at mine. We both checked it
Yeah,
over."
we're cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
All right.
that kind of thing. So, but I can see that with the video game. I mean, I've seen so many failed attempts at edutainment as game form that
Just
it just doesn't work, man. Because nobody who designs those things actually knows anything about like gaming, like not just function principles and decent design, but just the culture. They don't know anything about it.
well,
So
this is so the weird thing. Okay, because we were there, sort of at the cusp of not just education but also computers,
yeah,
right? So we were sort of at the. I hate to date us, but the truth is, we were sort of at the ground floor when they started doing this
I
kind of
remember
stuff.
moving the turtle around. Yeah, so,
Moving the
yeah.
okay, so again, this is the ones that we have the greatest memories of are the ones that had very little actual informative value. So I know quite a bit about
Machine gunning buffalo.
this is what I'm talking about. All right, I didn't want to bring it up by name, but I mean you're absolutely, and this is
It's like, how many bullets do you need? All.
things I can
Yeah,
carry.
exactly.
Do you see empty space in
You have
here?
99,999 rounds of ammunition left. It's like, well, I guess it's time to go hunting. It's like that's way more meat than you can carry. Yeah, but it's still moving.
Yes, it's not to say that they didn't have other things in there. So
Right.
say I didn't have a problem with number munchers, but it's not as though
Yeah, but I mean that's more like your speak and spell days too, man. I mean those had a special purpose. They weren't just they weren't an experience. Like Oregon Trail was an experience on its own.
that's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I mean I've come across a couple games like that in the education space over the years. They're almost universally bad.
Right. Right.
They're not. There's no there's no room for students to experiment in them.
Correct.
Which is kind of what you do in games. So and it's just it's always like, well, we only have 40 minutes to do this, and so it just turns into like fucking storybook mode. And it sounds like that thing that blew up in England.
Oh, I think that's fantastic. Again, it's all the whole purpose behind this, like you said, there is if your product essentially does not allow people to draw conclusions, right?
Yeah.
It's entirely lost its position as there's no value in this, right?
Yeah.
When you're doing something like this. Now, again, if you're doing something where the purpose is to reinforce your times tables or whatever, got it.
Okay.
Different
Fine.
kind of
Yeah,
game.
that's different.
Different
Yeah.
kind of game. I just want you to see seven
Yeah.
times,
That's
seven
just
enough times.
basically worksheets then.
Correct.
Yeah.
But that's barely a game.
That's okay.
That's barely a game,
Yeah.
right? But if you're
Something you
doing
don't have to grade.
100%,
Yeah.
right? But in terms of the value of something, if you're doing something narrative driven to get people to walk through their decision making, right? It shouldn't be for the purpose of saying these decisions are bad or these
Well, that's exactly what they do. I mean, that's the point. They
right.
say, well, no, these decisions are bad, but we're going to disguise it as a game so you think it's cool.
That's
So
correct.
they do that every single time, man. That's the biggest sin that I see that educational designers will actually do. It's like
research it on my own was an unacceptable answer.
unacceptable answer. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah. No, no, and the kids hate that stuff. They see right through it.
That's the
Yeah,
problem.
I know.
Yeah,
The kids
yeah.
see right through it. It's like this ain't Roblox. You
Well,
know?
and see,
Yeah.
that's the thing is when you're talking about the games that people have actually learned something from. I would argue that Minecraft has
Sure.
probably taught people more about many things,
Oh yeah,
right?
dude. I've seen people build like full blown functioning computers in Minecraft using redstone. That is That is amazing.
They make independently playing games
And yes, yep.
within here within the
Uh,
programs of this is ridiculous.
yeah, this is literally teaching yourself computer architecture from like the circuit board up. That's amazing, dude.
Yeah,
So yeah.
yeah.
I didn't do any redstone like that. I can make the train go.
We can make the train
We
go
made the train go
with the guide.
with
I
the
guess
guide.
it's
Yeah,
okay.
exactly. Right, exactly.
Ten.
You know,
Go to.
get my pliers.
No, I totally understand, and that's the beauty of it. That's where a game like that you could use that as a tool in certain classes and say like,
You
all right,
could.
I want you to do this, report on this, whatever. Um, Again, there's some value in that, but I mean, just that, like you said, people have seen through it. That's the. I don't know who they think they're fooling at this point,
No.
or we're giving.
You get a bunch of people get their master's of ed degree, but they really want to create computer games or video games, but they don't know how to do shit,
Oh, there you go.
and so
Yeah.
they get a job as a curriculum designer. So, yeah, I mean, you've seen that all the time with people who's like, well, I really wanted to be a theater actor, but couldn't really do that, and so
Oh,
yeah, let me just get a little splash. I don't need much more.
okay.
Thanks. Otherwise I'll be up all night. I've noticed that lately, man. Coffee actually keeps me awake now. I didn't used to do that.
Really? Oh,
I can tell you why it is too.
why is it?
Because I sleep a lot better than I used to.
Oh, oh, all right.
So, I don't know what it is, man, but like the last year and a half, dude, I'm like a 10-hour guy. I don't know which one of my dip switches got clicked over the last 2 years, but one of them clicked over. That's the one that makes me sleepy.
I, you know what? I've noticed that the sleep cycle and how it works. I think a lot of it is not just where you are as a person, but I think some of it is age dependent too.
Yeah, I agree with that. Yeah, it is. It's kind of where you are as a person too. If you're pretty content with shit, like my mom sleeps like shit because she worries about everything. So I don't worry about things that much anymore, man. So just
Well,
like the last couple of years, it's just completely flipped over.
yeah, I know my mom right now is having her version of sleep, which is like she's lying down and she's frowning in a different way than she does when she's awake.
Okay.
But yeah,
Yeah.
she's still grimacing about something.
Okay. Yep. I got one of those too.
I know you do. I know. I know. It's it's not something that we can fix, Patrick. You know what?
No, no, no. It's beyond fixing.
Both of us have looked into solutions. There are no good ones.
Nobody wants those solutions.
Nope.
So the solution is resurrect your father. So it's like, well, a
Right.
little bit above my pay grade, mom. So,
Well, I mean, that's the thing is, we talked about this with with the past Ayatollah, last week, is I didn't go to school for summoning. I mean,
right.
I can't afford that.
I'm not a necromancer.
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't want them back that way anyway.
It always turns out bad. I mean, there's no version of the Faustian Pact where it doesn't come to get you, right?
No, I think that's kind of the point.
The soil always turns sour. I
Yeah.
mean, it is. But yeah, that's the tough thing is yeah, she's never gonna sleep well. I know that I have. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Sometimes it's just I'm gonna take a long nap, whatever. I do kind of like that freedom. My
I
dog has taught me a lot about that.
Yeah. So I was always a big napper, so I had to take like an hour and a half nap
Yeah,
in order for it to count. Now I'm not quite like your brother,
no one
but
is
nobody's
is
quite like your brother. But if I can sneak in 20 to 30 minutes, So, and there's some days where I get up and I'm doing stuff and I'm just like, damn, I'm tired.
Yeah.
So I just zonk out for like 15 minutes, just listening to some bullshit on TV or something like that. Wake up and it's like a whole new day. So
Again, that's sort of that was my dad's kind of nap.
yeah, my dad was kind of saying with that might be a military thing. So
Could be. Well, that being said, when it was bedtime, it was time for bed. And dad went to bed at the same time every day. There was no version of this where, oh man, I'm zonked out, man. I stayed up late watching Letterman. No, you don't get to watch late night TV because you have to be awake at 4. So
right, yeah,
that means that you have to go to sleep at 10 o'clock.
yep,
You get to watch the evening news in bed, but after the evening
mm,
news is done,
click,
lights are out,
yeah.
right? And it's bedtime. And he did that every day that I knew him. Now, there may have been times in the olden days.
It might have been, man. I mean, the way that I sleep and my wife sleeps is so radically different than my parents.
Patrick, the way you describe it, I've seen people get divorced for less.
Yeah, no, it's so radically different
Yeah,
because because my dad, I mean, his idea of sleeping in was like 8:30,
right.
and that was Sundays only. No, yeah, kind of, you know. Because Saturday, well, fuck, we got to get ahead on the chores for the weekend,
Right,
kind of thing.
right.
And he was in bed usually by 10:30. So
Yeah.
yeah, he was not like okay, it's 8:30. Quiet time, everybody. No, he'd stay up and watch the. He did not like Letterman and stuff like that, but he always watched the news. Specifically, he'd get to the weather and then he'd turn it off and he'd dump his drink down the sink and he'd put it back.
All right.
Yeah, that was him. Yeah. Um, yeah, but like me, man, oh my God, dude. I mean, I go to bed a little bit earlier now than I used to, but I'm permanently ruined my circadian rhythm with all that fucking graveyard work over the years.
Yep.
And, so now, like, even like if it's a day off or it's a day off, it's like, well, I sleep until I'm done, kind of thing.
Right.
And it's like, well, it's like 11:30. It's like, am I done? And I'm not done. I wake up, it's like, okay, is it 1? Are you done? Yeah, yeah.
Or sometimes, Patrick, the weird thing is sometimes you can flip it around and say it's 6:45 in the morning. You say, I'm done.
That
It,
doesn't happen to me. So yeah, no.
it's a little bit odd. And again, I guess the thing for me is I'll happily go to sleep anytime that I feel like it. That's the thing that I didn't used to be able to do is just
Oh
sort
yeah,
of if I want to go to sleep, I'm going to go to sleep. Right?
yeah.
And that is just not something that I used to be able to do.
I'm still a little bit of a slave to other people's schedules. So
Well, yeah, you have a wife and kid. You should be a little bit.
but then, I mean, like my wife she's a free form sleeper too. So and I mean, she's gotten to the point in time where yeah, she has to go to work her couple days a week or whatever. So, but then like if it's the weekend, she's got like 3 days off in a row or 4 days off in a row. She just fucking sleep for like 18 hours.
You
You
guys
know,
would be incompatible with any other people.
I don't think it would work. Yeah. So no, I don't think it would work. But like, so the funny thing is like we've both gone through periods like over the years where it's like, okay, got to go to bed at this time because he's got to get up at this time, blah blah
Yeah.
blah, all that stuff. Now, like, I mean, just career wise, we're in a spot where you don't have to fucking do that. And so now it's just free. Yeah, so it's freestyle.
And you've raised a child that way, which is
See, and she's the one. She complains to us. What do you guys get to sleep in? I was like, I worked very hard to get to this position. Thank you very much. You have to go to school, so you can do that too. So, she's like, I just don't think it's fair. I was like, nothing about it is fair.
nothing will ever be fair.
Yeah, but I mean, you can make it more fair if you work hard. You need to go to school in order to be able to do that. So,
Which is funny because there's some truth to that, and then there's not some truth to that because if she does work hard, she could be one of those 84-hour week of work
she
week
could be.
people.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I don't know, man. I mean, one thing that I do like, so I don't work enough. I should, I'm definitely underwater in terms of like, yeah. Well, I guess that's the wrong.
I
It's
don't.
like I'm
Yeah.
a beached whale. Let's put it that way. I don't know. So I'm out of water a little bit because, quite honestly, like even like was it 4? Like it's been 3 years. So 3 years ago, when I was teaching a full load, a full boat, I mean, I felt way more productive. So, and I mean, because even though I was teaching a lot more, I had to be there at least 4 days a week,
Yeah.
kind of thing. I mean, I enjoyed my days off a little bit more than I do now because now they just kind of glob all
Yeah, but that's the point.
Well, I thought it was supposed to be the point, but it's got its downsides. I got to tell you, man.
Well, it does.
I mean, and like some of that is just basic 101 adulting where it's like, okay, all right, dude, you should probably
Listen, okay, so all right, you and I have been through this. You and I both know that yes, the busier that you stay and the more consistent you stay, the more that you get done. The inertia
That is
is
absolutely correct. Yeah.
100% there. That's a fact. And the brain is. I'll tell you this, like the. I think I can track the evolutionary part of this here, where you say, all right, why does the brain fight you when it's time to when it knows that you have something to do, right? And it's
Yeah.
very adversarial about wait, there's still time.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not midnight yet.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you can get up an hour early tomorrow and get it done before you
That's
go to school.
that's
Yeah.
correct. That's correct. And there is something to that where I think it is. I think the brain was good about telling you to conserve energy, and I think that's how that sort of
That might be. I don't
how it
know.
how it how it plays out. I don't know. That's just a theory, but I also know that that's something that you have to fight. And
Mhm.
when you're in that automatic mode of just, all right, well, I did this at 10. This has to be done at 10:30. This has to be done at 11:15. I
Right.
can
Right. Right.
squeeze this in between 11:45 and
And
11:55.
then it doesn't follow me home. Yeah. Yeah.
Correct. And yeah, so there's I think there's something to be said about understanding and being between those two modes, right? Because I think if you get in that mode where you're just all the time, all the time, all the time, click, 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 I think that sort of it sort of takes away the concept essentially of like recreational reading, right? It
Yeah.
it, it totally destroys the sense of when you when you recreate, you feel like you have to max recreate.
Well, so those people are a plague upon the face of the planet.
All
I know
right.
exactly who you're talking about in this case. Yeah. It's like the point behind vacation is to relax.
Right.
That is one way that my wife and I are absolutely compatible, and that's why I think we're going to be cruise people someday. So yeah, I can feel it in my bones, Jeffrey. So we're not going to be RV people. We're not going to be like, oh,
Yeah.
let's jet set to Europe, people. No, we're going to be like, well, the bed comes with us, and we can sleep in whatever we want. So, and it's got this little sign that you put out there. They leave me alone. Or you take it down and they come clean your shit. It's awesome. And the food trough is right over there.
And if we don't want the trough,
Right.
we can go spend crazy money at Johnny Rockets or
Yeah,
whatever.
exactly.
Yeah.
Whatever it is. Yeah. But anyway, um, but yeah, I mean, I know that there's people out there just incapable of doing that. And I got to be blunt with you. My mom was one of them for a long time.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, she was always that way. On vacation, I mean, she was insufferable to fly with.
Oh,
Oh
was
my
she
God.
panicking
Can we
like
get
the
on the
whole
plane?
time?
Can we get on the plane? So go check the board. So, kind of thing. He was like, check your pockets, make sure you don't have anything in your pocket. It was incessant. My dad had the patience of a fucking saint. So
Well, he traveled with her a
a
ton even before
lot.
you guys were even born,
I
right?
know, a
Yeah.
lot. They used to jet set all over the place with his benefits. So yeah, I mean, back when it would actually meant something.
Yeah, people just don't know. That's
That was back when it was really expensive to fly, and they never overbooked flights.
yeah.
And then they switched those two. And all of a sudden, well, everybody's going to fly, so your standby tickets are, who's this? You know, you know, unless you're flying to, fucking some third string airport, So on a Tuesday,
Yeah, yeah, it is what it is. But
Yeah.
yeah. So do you think that she was that uh,
Oh, I know she was.
even when they
I
were
know she was. I know she was. Some things just don't change, man.
okay?
Yeah, I know she was. I mean, when I took her back east, what, like 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I mean, like the best thing, and my dad should have done this like 50 fucking years ago, was just get her a wheelchair and
Oh,
say,
oh,
stay there. Because that's what I did. I was like, no, as soon as we get in the airport, there's a Filipino guy over there with a wheelchair. I'm gonna go grab him.
yeah,
You hold on to that $20 bill,
yeah.
okay? And he's gonna take you there. I will meet you there.
He knows where he's
He
going.
knows where he's going. So
Been there before.
yes. So
Yeah, but that's again, you're talking about there are people that will be in their 80s. There will people be in their 70s, their 80s, and whether or not they have the means to do it, most of them will to just find a way to do it. It's the same thing of well, yeah, this tile needs to be replaced. I'm not a tile setter, but you know, it's
yeah.
I could get a wheelchair costs money.
Right. Yeah, I know. There's definitely people like that.
You know what I'm talking about?
See, and my
It's
mom's like that too, man. She's like, well, I don't want to spend any money. I was like, Mom, you got plenty of money. I mean, she does it, but more than she could spend at her rate, at her
right,
burn rate.
right,
Come on.
right, right.
Yeah. So it's like, no, Mom, order pizza. I just, come on. Yeah. Oh well.
No, it's a tough and look, I don't. Here's the spot. I mean, you and I are sort of in a. I'm not saying a unique way here in this regard here. I think you and I were both gifted with. We both had great dads,
Oh yeah.
right? We both had great dads, and
I
nor
liked my dad when I was older more than when I was young. When I was younger, he was kind of a dick. So
well, did his relationship with you change as you
yeah,
got older,
yeah, oh yeah, yeah,
right?
yeah. It got better as the
Because
years went by.
I know that the two of you started to have like a lot more things in common and stuff as well, right? But
Yeah, no, my dad wasn't very good with little kids, so he didn't like them, even though he had
he
a
just
house
doesn't
full
seem
of
like
them.
the type. Yeah,
Yeah, no, he didn't really
no,
like little kids. I mean, he had to be encouraged to take like me and my cousin out, kind of thing.
right,
Yeah.
right.
So and stuff like that. But then as we got old enough where he could take us camping and not have to like put a box over us, the rock on it, kind of thing. Then he got better.
Right, right.
So
Whereas I presume that your mother is very good with little children. I mean,
my mom's fantastic
yeah.
with just about everybody. The only time that I really had any trouble with my mom was in high school. So I'm not in high school; I was in junior high. So that's because I was consistently lying to her about finishing my homework, and she's not dumb. So yeah,
And I mean that's sort of the thing here is yeah we both had great dads and I think that both of our dads were also exceptional husbands, right?
yeah, my dad was great. Yeah,
And so this is something where in my mom's position and your mom's position, it's hard. I can see the difficulty of like, you know, not just I mean, just the loss of the person, but also that thing of like, especially my mom in the last 25 years of like,
it's been a while, man.
you know, it's that version of, you know, how many bites of the apple
God
does a
dang, it has
person
been
get?
25 years,
It's
hasn't
kind
it?
of wild. It's
Well, it will be at the end of this year, right?
oh no, it's actually been at this point, yeah, about 25 years exactly. Yeah.
What?
Yeah, because it was around January.
Oh, that's right. You guys
Yeah.
were, yeah, your dad was supposed to come to my wedding.
Yeah, he didn't make it.
Well, no, that was the next year.
Yeah.
Because you called me. Yeah, it'll be this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
Yeah.
I'm tracking. Yeah.
And I mean that's sort of the tough spot is I get where you're coming from, but also at this point, you have now been spending a third of your life waiting to die. And that's
Yeah. So my mom's been doing it for about 7 years, which is not even a tenth.
but it's still a chunk.
Yeah, but she's pacing it now.
Right.
So yeah, she's pacing it now.
I mean, because there is something to be said, like, huh, all right, so dad died. It's like, yeah, so what you went out and did is you bought The fastest, most dangerous means of transportation.
She did do that.
Okay,
Yeah.
all right, I got it.
She had that Mercedes for a while, didn't she?
She still does.
Okay.
She still does, but she can't drive.
Oh, because of vertigo.
Well, yeah. She failed the driving test.
Failed it?
Yep.
What did she do wrong?
Oh, she's just not. She's not.
Oh, okay, I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah.
Yeah, I got you.
Health failed.
Oh, health failed.
Yeah, she didn't fucking sideswipe her.
It's, so run the red. Just like get out of the car.
No, so that's
I'm taking you back.
those days are done. So
Yeah, no. I'm glad my mom doesn't drive anymore. So she probably would have been in a wreck by now. So
probably. So would mine.
probably, yeah.
So it's,
So yeah.
but yeah, that's sort of a. I don't envy them their positions because of. It's not that I don't know that there are other different things or ways to get by or things to enjoy, but I also know that hey, this is a pretty significant chunk of your life, and um, I don't know. The problem that I do have with this is, as much as I emphasize, right, the issue that I have is it's not unique to them. The issue is like, well, yeah, I get it, but you are not the only married people that have ever existed in history,
Oh yeah.
right? So I get that your situation is your situation, but how do you think all the rest of humanity has coped once these things have happened? It's like,
That I guarantee you that
nonsense.
doesn't even cross my mom's mind.
Oh, not even a
So
little.
yeah,
No,
not
no,
even a
that's not.
little. And that doesn't solve any problems by thinking like that. I mean, my mom's biggest problem, she just doesn't have any fucking hobbies anymore. So,
It's
and it's like find something to do,
right.
because you just sit here and it's like, okay,
Yeah.
so I don't think that's actually accelerating the process much.
Nope.
So
Nope. It's just making it take
it's just
longer for
making it
you.
take longer, yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I mean that's about it. But some of it is certainly self-inflicted, and some of it is just genuine trauma.
Yes.
So
Yes.
which does last for a while. So, but and then my mom, she's got all kinds of oh things that are
Mobility
yeah
concerns.
mobility
Yes.
concerns. Yeah,
Yes.
exactly. So I mean, she doesn't use a cane. She doesn't use a walker. So which is pretty good for being 86, 7. Yeah,
She up there.
she's
Yeah.
up there,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, I know. So, and I mean, she can still take care of herself and everything,
Yeah.
you know?
Same thing with my mom.
Yeah.
But also, look, you wouldn't look down on my mom if she was rolling around in a jazzy, would you?
What?
It was just
I wouldn't know.
yeah. Yeah.
I wouldn't. And my mom would never do that.
But that's what I'm talking about.
She'd be mortally offended.
Like again,
Yeah.
it's that's the weird thing is, Mom, you're the person that actually this is for.
Right,
Right?
right, right, yeah.
I understand that they gave it to somebody who was 29 because they're in the Six Bill Club, right? But this is
What is
for
the Six Bill Club?
oh, fat
600
upon
pounds.
yeah.
Oh, okay. Never mind.
I'm sorry.
I got you.
But yeah, it's like, Mom, your mobility is
It's like a
actually.
double wide, man.
Oh, you've seen it.
I have seen them,
You,
yeah.
Patrick, you've seen a Walmart American or two. I mean, it's.
You don't see that many of them. They're not that big, man. I used to see them at the airport more often. So
Well, we also live here.
we
If we
do.
lived in Houston,
Oh, you'd see them everywhere,
yeah,
man. Yeah.
yeah.
So Houston or
Louisiana.
Phoenix has got a pretty decent number of them.
Do they? Do they?
Well, they got a lot of old people there too, but yeah, they got a pretty decent number of tubby people there. So we actually lost that title,
To
healthiest.
whom?
I don't remember who, but I saw that. I saw an infographic on that the other day, so that we had lost it to somebody.
Some Connecticut shit or whatever.
I might have been,
Yeah.
yeah,
Some very small state that
yeah.
has a
It's
very
fucking Rhode Island,
very specific population,
right?
very minority free. Yeah. Hey, dude, you've seen the obesity statistics. You know how that rolls. Either you have Asians to offset the difference, or you don't.
Yeah,
Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing. It's like, Mom, it's look, you she's now started to finally accept that version of things where, all right, I'm no longer hoping to get my balance back per se. I am starting to accept
Yeah.
that I have this. Once you have that, that's when you can start saying, yeah, okay, I can roll around in the jazzy because, but,
Well, and who knows? It might get better too. I
and it
mean,
might.
mine's gotten considerably better thanks to compression socks and then just a couple little changes that I made here and there
Yeah,
that
yeah.
were just like,
I
oh
remember
well,
you were rough, man.
dude, it was pissing me off for a while there because I had gone to every fucking doctor in town.
What do
They
you do?
well, they just
Yeah.
keep passing me around to different dudes, kind of thing, and it was like, oh, we'll go see this guy next. Okay, so I was like, well, not this, so go see this guy. Okay, you know. So and then there was like, I mean, there was one they had me do the balance test with the fucking hear headphones on and
Oh,
shit.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
That
Yeah.
fucking made me sick, man.
Did it really?
It made
Oh,
me
man.
sick to my stomach, dude. So and they were like, "No, you're fine." I'm like, "Motherfucker, at least find something, man." So yeah, but because I still get that from time to time. So
Even it's not nearly as severe. I remember when you had it rough, man. Yeah. And I mean, same thing goes right here. Like, I know that you are kind of
oh,
careful with your arm,
I have to
right?
be.
And that's what I'm talking about is I don't see you, maybe not to me, but I haven't seen you lament it and being like, fuck, I would want to do this, but I can't because his arm is fucked up. I
Mm,
never see you,
no, it's fine. It's just like okay, all right.
I have to do this. I have,
I have to
yeah,
be careful with
yeah.
it on certain things. I mean, I can do decent things with it now. So, like, I can carry groceries and I can pull the trash out of the fucking trash can and things like that. So, it's not as bad as it was, but um, like there's certain times, like if I lay down, like and sleep on my side or something, and I hyperextend it like this, it'll hurt like
Oh, okay,
a
okay,
motherfucker.
okay.
So I could just feel it like, oh, don't do
You
that.
only have to do that once or twice to know how
You
bad.
can feel it's like,
Yeah. Yeah. And that's the rough thing. I think that's probably my mom's biggest hang up is just accepting certain things of and like nobody likes getting older. Nobody
Hmm.
likes accepting that certain things are
I don't know, man. I just feel particularly blessed in some respects. I mean, I've known people who are my age who are really fucked up in certain ways.
oh yeah.
Like I don't
Yeah.
have knee problems, I don't have back problems, even after throwing luggage for years. You know, because I mean, even some of those guys at the airport, like you realize that, like like Ron. I mean,
Oh
that
yeah.
dude's probably in a wheelchair. So, because remember, he was having back problems when he was like 8 years younger than me. Now, back then.
Pat, I
So,
remember that he was the first guy I knew that told me about getting the shot.
yeah, yeah, yeah. The
He was the first
cortisone.
guy,
Yeah,
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 he was
yeah.
the first guy I knew that
Yep.
got the shots and explained it to me. And I think he said he had to do it like every 3 months,
Something like
something
that.
like that.
Yeah.
And
Well, and Eddie had horrible hernias. So,
oh
I
yeah,
never got
yeah,
any
yeah,
of
yeah.
those, man.
Yeah.
I was lucky.
Well, I
So,
have one.
do you?
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Well, no, I guess I have the one that it's right at the belly button.
Yeah.
This is something that it's very, very, very common. It's
Oh,
actually
okay.
not. It's just attached to right there. It's not.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
not. It doesn't protrude or anything. But
That's well, Eddie's taking the fucking
it's just
gremlins.
it's crazy.
Yeah, I saw him. He took his shirt off once. So, well, it's like he was just
Just
getting
lifting
out of
it
it.
up. Yeah.
Well, he was changing his shirt and lifted up. Dude, he looked like he had fucking balloons taped to him. It was
God.
disgusting, dude. So, and then like all kinds of other different guys that I've known over the years who had, various physical ailments. And now that I see is like, wow, that's really going to suck for you in 30 years. And a lot of those guys are there now, man. So that's like, my buddy Wayne, he was pushing what, 3, 4 bills there?
Yeah.
And he would not be around if he didn't have that bypass. So that what is it called? Bariatric, whatever it is.
Did he have the balloon or did he? What was his?
Well, they cut his stomach. And
Oh,
then,
you're talking
what
about
was that?
gastric
Gastric
bypass.
bypass.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes. That's what he had. Now he's lost tons of weight. So otherwise he'd be dead by now, man.
Well, I
So, and when I
presume.
first knew him, he was about my age. So right now.
No, well,
Yeah,
no.
not really. I mean, it does feel like it's been a while. You know, I mean, there's a lot of shit that's happened since I knew him and worked with him. You know,
Well, to be
so
fair, if it were a little bit earlier, he'd be a perfect candidate for GLP-1. So
he would be a
yeah,
candidate for GLP-1s. So yeah, my doctor wants me to try that. So
give it a shot.
yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, she's like, these are the alternative cure to apnea. I'm like, okay.
You're having the apnea now.
Dude, I've got it fucking bad. So I got to wear the mouth guard every night. Otherwise, I shake the
The one
very.
that pushes your bottom jaw out. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
they're fine, man. Once you get used to it. So, but
Not on the first night.
no, it sucks. It gets you on glass. You get up in the morning, it's like, oh, ow! Like, it feels like it pulls the skin off your gum. You know. So yeah, I got an over-the-counter one that I used for a little while. Then they made me one, probably like I don't know, 6 months ago.
Oh yeah.
So,
Okay.
yeah. So if you get the customer on it, it's a bite in the fucking bubble gum.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, it helps. But man, yeah, the apnea is a thing. My dad had it too, so he had it real bad. So not as bad as my father-in-law. My father-in-law had it so bad he had that throat surgery where they burn out the back of your throat.
Oh, did he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so he couldn't do any of the other treatments. They tried him on everything. So yeah, and it's just okay, you know. But then
Was this before he lost all the weight?
my dad.
No, your
Oh
in-law.
yeah, no, my dad just did nothing but get fatter over the years.
I saw his
I mean, he
trajectory.
was like, dude, he was like steady like 2.5 pounds a year, compounded over the
Well, I don't think Patrick. I don't think he was gaining new weight. I think it's just the interest that he was gaining on his previous
You're
weight.
correct. Yeah,
Yeah.
the principle was the same. Yeah. No, no, no. That was my
Yeah.
father-in-law was never that big, so he was tall, and he had a little bit of a pot belly for a few years. He still does, but he's never been overweight. My dad was obese, so. And then I think he hit the morbid maybe. I don't know where the cutoff is there, but I remember pushing him in a wheelchair. I was like, fuck.
Hey, dude. And the weird thing is, your dad had the kind of build where it did not come across as.
Mm-mm.
I don't know why it was so symmetrical or whether it was like compacted or whatever,
I don't know.
but there was something to your dad's frame that he just did not look like a big fat guy.
Yeah, but God, I can't remember. He never hit three, but I know he was well over 250. So, and he was 6 foot. I think my brother's a little taller than my dad. I think so. Maybe it's the other way around. Yeah, it's the other way around. My dad was a little taller than my brother.
Well, they were close though,
They
weren't
were
they?
really
Yeah,
close. Yeah,
yeah.
I think my brother's 6 foot. My dad's 6'1". I think he was. Yeah. So, but yeah, he was. That's going up the ramp.
Well, Pat, I can tell you that up to a few weeks ago, I was 250. So I mean, it's
Well, yeah, but you're fucking nothing but muscle,
but
dude.
this, I
Yeah.
mean, it's a
I
little
mean, you
bit.
could lift a fucking car if you
Oh.
had to.
Well, I'm just gonna tell you, like weight is a bizarre thing when it comes to people and the shapes they have and the way they look. It
Hmm.
is, because yeah, that's the thing is your dad would be like the classic. If I went back in time, now granted he did get a little bit more pot bellied as he got older, but
He did.
for a while there was like your dad just looked barrel chested, man. He
He
looks
he kind of was, but he was a little tubby. He always was.
well, he always was, but
Uh,
I mean he would never be. Pat, we worked with the
oh my
heaviest,
God, yes. We
so
worked with some people that were like,
yes.
oh my gosh, dude, I need to push you in a wheelchair.
That's yeah, yeah. So I mean, it's weird how that works out sometimes, you know. But yeah, it's a strange thought. Yeah, and to think about like GLP-1, they want you to take that.
Yeah, I'm like right at like they wouldn't do it because of weight because I'm not like I went to the doctor last week and there's like a cutoff there in your BMI and I'm not at that cutoff, whatever it is.
Yeah.
So
Are you at the pre-diabetic levels?
no, I have no, there is not even a little trace of me being diabetic. So I've done all the blood work and everything like that. they're like, no, you're about as far from diabetic as you can get.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
fantastic.
I know. I was like, well, that's cool.
Then what's the problem?
Yeah, what's the problem? So there's two things. Is like I do have a history of
Heart disease?
yeah, like it's not congestive heart failure, but that's on the spectrum of that. It's called cardiovascular blah 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 something. This is why I've had to go to the cardiologist like three fucking times. I think
You don't have like arrhythmia or anything like that, do
I
you?
might have a little one. I might have a little arrhythmia. So my dad had a little arrhythmia. So
Oh,
yeah, yeah, yeah. And so, but they haven't been able to pin that one down. But the other thing is like I do have, like, and I always will have a little bit of hypertension, and then I'll always have a little bit of hypo, what is it, a cholesterol thing. So it's
oh,
really, really
oh, oh.
high. And
Okay.
so,
Yeah.
so she was saying like, well, I really want you to take this because I think it'll help you with your apnea more than anything else. But he's like, she was also like, but this is the stuff that they'll approve it for since you're not diabetic. I was like, okay. And she said actually most insurance companies will not approve it for weight loss.
No,
So
they won't.
yeah, I didn't know that.
It has to be specifically for diabetes is the one they go for.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. That's what she said. She said, well, since you're not diabetic, so I was like, okay. She said, but he's like, you can get it for apnea too. I was like, oh, great. So
well, the only thing to look out for is if you go on it, you have to stay on it.
yeah, I've heard that. So she said you got to stay on it for at least 6 months, and then she says most of her people have been on it for a year, and then you have to make a kind of decision. Can you change your habits or not? And if the answer is no, then you get to go on it for the rest of your life. Otherwise, and they won't pay for that. He says no insurance company will pay for that.
Right.
So yeah. But she did say that like there's like five different ones out there now, and it's like there's a couple of them that, I mean, literally there. It's like, I mean, the copay on one of them was like, I mean, it's not even a copay; it's just out of pocket was like $150.
Yeah.
So, but then there's others that are like $1,000. And I'm like, well, I don't need the nice one. I mean, that's just the one that works. So we'll see. I haven't really made up my mind about that yet. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I've been a little heavier the last couple. I kind of like it. It's,
What is I
yeah.
don't. Here's the thing: is I couldn't eyeball you and even venture a guess at what you
No,
weigh.
last time I was on 198. So I have eked up exactly 1 pound every year for the last 5 years.
It's a pretty slow rate of progression.
I know, man. Yeah.
Let's do some.
I'm not doing my dad's rate of return here. So
No, I mean you do have some interest weight, but yeah, that's the.
it's, it's
But that's over the course of 1 year. So ultimately, all right, let's do some quick math here. If you live to be your mother's age, if you hit double eights, what are you
uh,
gonna weigh?
oh, well, yeah, okay. Then I'd be fat. I'd be pushing 240 something.
Okay, so you
Yeah.
do have to make a small change.
But if I'm like my mom, as soon as I hit like 65, I'll stop eating. Yeah, so, and then I'm going to lose it all. So,
That's an if. That's
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Did your dad stop eating at 65?
No, no, no,
Okay,
no.
well,
But to be fair, I think physically, in some senses, I'm a little bit more like my mom. My brother looks like my dad. So, just in his body shape and stuff like that. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes.
yeah.
I've definitely got my dad's fucking allergies. So
What an inheritance.
I know.
Thanks so
So
much.
thanks, Dad. Yeah. Because in the morning I hack and wheeze just like he did for his entire life, every day of his life. So I mean, so much that people at the airport would pick on him about it because he just sneeze and sneeze and sneeze and sneeze. And he had to do it like always in like prime numbers.
Yeah, no,
It
it's
was
a
all
weird
it was
thing.
all
Yeah.
allergies. Like my dad had asthma when he was a kid. So, but my brother never had a touch of it ever.
Do they
Like,
suspect? Did they ever test him for it? Or
oh
did he
yeah,
just not?
he never had any problems with that. He's got no allergies, nothing. Well, he's got a couple allergies, but like, dude, I got the fucking set. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
you have you have like the you have the set, you have the subset, you have the
right,
like
right. I
rookies
collect
of the
all the
year.
cards. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
yeah.
So I've got the special versions of like, don't put this in your mouth.
Find you got
Yes. I actually got this one at the studio.
you got fucking like the top rookies in Lucite.
Right. Mm. And that's been getting worse lately, man. Fucking cats. So, oh man.
Yeah, but the cats. You still, I mean, you guys have always been pretty good about maintaining cats too, for the
These
most part.
cats are different.
Yeah,
So these cats will not let us brush them. So,
that's a problem.
well, they're short haired. So you don't really need it. So literally, there's not a single mat on either one of them. I didn't like the stripy one. Her hair is so short. I didn't even think it could mat.
Well, it's not about
So
the matting. It's just about getting it, collecting it before it can come out.
yeah, but there's no undercoat on either of these cats.
Oh no, I know, but they still
Oh,
animals are always. She's pretty short.
oh, I
Too,
know.
but
So
they're
my fucking
always.
cats shed all the time.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, yeah. So, but I don't know. That and we've just been really like permissive with them. so, so this is huge, man. It's like, yeah, okay, you can sleep on the bed. It's okay. It's like, yeah, it's okay. You can crawl around on the couch. It's okay.
Pat, it becomes tough to fight him after a
You
while,
just can't,
man.
dude. It's
It
not worth it,
just,
man.
you know,
It's not worth it. The other thing is, like, we've been in our house long enough now where I think it just needs I need to hire someone to come in and scrub it down.
I don't think that's a bad idea.
Yeah, it's
No, just somebody with different perspective for cleaning.
just
Yeah,
please, please, please get it
yeah.
all clean. Yeah. So, because, oh man, I used to be a lot more fastidious than I am now about my house, but I've also gotten to the point in time where I know how to maintain, like, just keep it clean enough, where it's not pissing me off and where it's not, unhealthy. But at the same point in time, it's also like, yeah, I don't get up on the cabinets and like I used to.
This, so I would ask you this then. All right, because um, what about actually just getting somebody to stop by once a week
Yeah,
where because it's not that you want them to clean the house from top to bottom, it's just that their job is to come through and get the top thing.
yeah, I think it's time to.
You
I
know,
mean, if we do make another purchase, I mean, we're saving up for something else, but I mean, that would be the other one thing that my wife and I were talking about that the other night. It was just like, like I'm kind of having a rough allergy season this year, and we've done all the things, because we got all our ductwork cleaned out this year. Just last week we got new insulation put in the house.
yeah.
So, and it's kind of like, all right, still feel like shit. So, on some of these things, I don't know.
Well, I'm trying to think of your presentation style here, where you clearly front loaded the things that have been tried. I'm trying to think of your persuasion style that you went into with that, where it's like,
Dude, I don't need to convince her. No, she's already there.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
yeah, yeah.
there's a
She's already
very
there.
very soft sell.
No, man, my wife doesn't clean. I mean, she'll clean a little bit, but she doesn't really. She's never really been. I mean, she can tolerate a shitload more dust in the house than I can. So, and clutter. She and my daughter, I mean, everything would have miniatures over it if it could. So, kind of thing. They're just like the kind of people. So,
Which again, everybody has their own tolerance for stuff. It's
I don't like that stuff.
well, it's not that I like or dislike. It's just that I know that that is the thing that will stop me from being productive.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
I have come to the strong. Well, it's a very. I should have noticed this when I was like 12. I'm very easily distracted. I think you are too
I can
sometimes.
be. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
I think you have like there's a I don't know how to describe. I think you have like a core center where you're like uh, objective, right? And it's something that can't be extinguished, but you can be lured away from
Oh,
it.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Repeatedly. Yeah. Um, I'm not as bad as I used to be. So, like, I don't look for reasons to escape anymore.
I think
used to
that
do
has a
that.
lot of it
I
to do
used
with
to
it.
do
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
I used to be like, oh yeah, the new game's coming out this week. Can't work on that right now. So, gotta do this. So I gotta play this. Red Dead 2. Here we go.
I mean, there is, of course, that sort of, especially when you're younger and you're putting out something, anything that has consequence. There's always something that you can do to talk yourself out of it because you don't want it to come back bad or anything like
Oh yeah,
that.
it's easy to be
There's
chicken shit.
Yeah, there is that version. A lot of people, I'm gonna tell you, a lot of people don't know they do that. I think that's one of
Yeah,
the
you're right. Yeah, a lot of people are that's a blindness that I see a lot of people do, where they'll
tons.
yeah, I in fact I know people like I'm thinking of three of them
It's not.
already.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
who will yeah absolutely talk themselves out of doing something, even though they know it needs to be done. So or it's something. Oh, I've been waiting for years. Blah blah blah. It's like, well, just go fucking do it. Just get up. Go ask her out right now. Let's just fucking get up. Do it. Kind of thing. So,
It's more comfortable for me to sit in this limbo of not knowing than it
yeah, yeah,
is
yeah.
to. Yeah, I know. And again, I think everybody. Actually, no, that's not true. I know that there are some people who you've known them since they were young. You've always had people in the group where it's like, I'm not going to hesitate to jump over two bushes. I'm not going to hesitate to
Hmm.
jump off this bridge. I'm not going to hesitate. They're just sort of born with that I don't worry about consequences. It just do what I do.
Yeah, I've seen that one not work out too, though.
I've also did well because I mean, those are the people. It's like why are you missing two fingers from your left hand? It's
Right,
like,
right,
oh,
right.
okay,
Yeah.
well, yeah. It's that same sort of thing. But yeah, there's a lot of people. It's just they would rather they don't even know that that's why they're not doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I can think of a couple people right off the top of my head that now that you bring that up, it's like, oh yeah, he's been doing that for years. Got it. So,
Yeah.
yeah. So,
Because I mean, it's always something that you can look. I get why people do it, and I understand why that happened. I've done that many times. There's just that. Eventually, you get to a point where I think everybody, if you have to get into something where you do face a lot of rejections, and once you go through that, it's when you find people that will actually either a like be honest with you or
mhm.
give you like meaningful feedback,
Yep.
right? It's like this is fantastic.
Dude, I will be forever grateful for the fact that my first job was a tip job and I had to work it for 7 years. Forever grateful. I would not be the same person if I hadn't had that job.
Oh, there you
I
go.
learned how to be nice to people. And I'm not talking like fake nice. I'm talking like, yeah, let me help you, kind of nice, kind of thing. And you notice I
Mm,
never did any of
mm.
the tip things there. So I never said, oh, I work for tips, man, blah, blah, blah. The only one that I did for a little while was I'd put the dollar bill in my hand. Or what I learned after a little while was if you get tipped by somebody, you keep that tip in your hand while you're helping the next person, and then halfway through helping that person, you put it in your pocket.
Oh, okay.
So, and that
Yeah.
was the sneakiest I ever got with any of that. And so, I mean, I learned in that job. The other job that I learned how to be like really, really, really good in confrontation was when I had to work in bank service. So, I could pull the teeth out of the meanest people.
Yeah, what
So,
could you do, man? I mean, that's sort of
apologize.
yeah, yeah.
You just have to learn to empathize. It's like, wow, we really fucked up your vacation. I was like, all right, so where are you staying? So I'm on this. I got you covered personally. I'm going to come in tomorrow. I'm going to double check and make sure it's here. And if it's here, it's going to be on a cab on its way to you. So I got you, kind of thing.
Do you want me to just do it? Do you want me to call you? What do you want?
What do you want me to do? Yep.
Well,
So,
I've heard one of the I guess one of the key mistakes. I watched something about this uh, when it came to empathizing with other people is there's a de-escalation technique that they teach, but I've also heard another technique of matching their anger, not at them, but with them. Right?
um, so I've tried that a few times. The problem with that is like, okay, so think of like your possible outcomes. If you're really nice to people and you empathize with them, then your potential downside is pretty low. Okay, I mean, they might dismiss you, they might decide they want to yell at you anyway,
Right.
stuff like that. That's fine. But if you decide to match somebody's anger, you could make them really angry.
Well, so
And I've done that a couple times, and I regretted it. So I kind of learned that one because yeah, let's find this. It's like no, I'm the guy who's supposed to be mad right now, motherfucker. You're the guy who's gonna go find my bag.
Well, this
Yeah,
is sort of the tough thing. Is it's sort of high risk, high reward is the
it
way
was
that's
never
run.
worth the reward. Maybe as a cop, sure, I don't know, but
Oh well,
yeah,
yeah,
definitely not in customer service. I would not do
I could see that. No, it's sort of a strange thing, but yeah, I've seen it demonstrated. I'm like, all right, I could see it. I guess the drawback for me would be, look, again, from having been in customer service, there are certain things where it's if you can tell that somebody's doing the thing where it's like, oh, okay, well, I see you have a problem. Look, I'm sorry that you had to call them.
that.
You
Yeah,
know, nobody likes having to spend their day. This I get it. This is an empathy statement. Go ahead and make your
yep, sure,
resolution.
yep,
Just say take ownership of it and then make
yep.
your resolution. It's like there is something to that where if you're on that side, it does feel kind of crappy. But in the same way, I guess the tone matching runs the risk of basically like when I get mad at Grok. Like if I start fucking cussing at it, I don't.
And you're not going to lose that fight. So that's the point. The customer's not going to lose that fight either. So
Right,
yeah,
right. Well, and then again, that's the difficulty of they're basically seeing it as a fight. I think that's one of the tough things there is, um,
yeah.
it's it's a question of when it gets adversarial because they're not coming to you with like an unfair grievance for the most part,
Hmm.
right? Their shit is missing, right?
Oh yeah.
That's
Sometimes this is like catastrophic. I mean, especially where we were at, like, if a lot of people would fly in this airport thinking it was close to the ski resorts.
oh well, yeah.
Oops. It's like, well, you got to drive through Denver to get there.
I mean, it's not super far,
It's not super far.
but it ain't exactly close either.
I remember I had a guy one day, he pulled out a ruler and a map. So it was like Breckenridge isn't that far. So he's
Did
using the
you
scale and everything. So and I was like, you see this squiggly line?
did you explain that? No, we measure this as with a piece of string.
No, no, no. So I was like, so this right here is Hoosier Pass. This is closed this time. You know? So, so you need to go this way.
About 3 hours, I would say.
Breck, yeah, about three
Yeah,
hours.
about 3 hours.
Yeah. Yeah, about that. But still, I mean, some people they just want to argue, and some people are just like that. But I mean, like the other thing is I only did a couple phone jobs, so
Yeah,
almost all of my customer service stuff was face to face, man. And so, I mean, you can read someone real fast to see how mad they are. So,
that's
and it's
true.
like,
Yeah,
okay, I'm not going to match you. So, yeah. And then sometimes if someone's not really that mad about it, then they're polite about it, then you just be professional about it. So,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
you know, you don't have to empathize with everybody.
In that if you're if you're on the phone, you do,
If you're on the phone, you do. I agree. Yeah.
and that is look, it's I get why they. I'm never going to defend it. All right, there's a version of this where you can say like, all right, so we've done the research. This is the most optimal thing. Ultimately, everybody's heard it, so there is something to that. But at the same time, there's also a version of okay, well, it's like we talked about with that education shit, right? It's
Education.
education,
Edutainment.
edutainment, whatever that is. As soon as you can see through it, it's very annoying.
It's
It's
extremely
very
annoying.
annoying.
And it's so like not to get back on that, man, because that's kind of my hobby horse lately. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's just been bothering me, man. I mean, I get bombarded with shit from publishers and stuff like that. And I looked through some. I was actually looking through some of it the other day, and it's just full of gay little games and stuff like that in there. And it's like students are going to see right through this, man. I mean, this is almost like it's not even coddling. It's almost like it's insulting.
Oh, it's patronizing.
Yeah, it's patronizing.
It's
That's the right
patronizing.
word. Yeah,
Yes.
it's exactly the right word for that. Just to understand like exactly how easily they can get around any assignment that I give them if they know how to. And they all know how to use Grok or well, they use Chat or Gemini because they don't cost as much. So
Yeah.
you know, well, you get Gemini with Microsoft Suite, don't you? No, I think you have to pay for that one too.
Gemini is Google.
Okay, which one's?
Microsoft's is Copilot.
Oh, okay, yeah, nobody likes that. Dude, I hate that thing when it's trying to edit my paper while I'm writing it.
it doesn't help you.
No, it doesn't help you. It's like, that's not what I meant, asshole. So go away. You know, I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, it's bad. But I mean, just going through all that stuff and realizing that, okay, so in order for a school to work, so they actually have to give them something different to do. It has to be something that's fairly novel now, because if it's like, oh, let's go do another Harvard Business Review case study, it's like, okay. It's like, I'm going to write the teacups while we're here, So,
Well, it's in the same vein of like, yeah, again, that's like that would be like me being in the classroom and seeing says like, you know what we're gonna do is we're gonna we're gonna look at the literature through the lens of popular rap music,
oh, yeah,
right?
yeah,
That's
yeah,
again,
exactly.
it's the same kind of thing where
You all like the rap music, don't you?
Jesus Christ, man,
I
it's
know, man, it's so bad. So, I mean,
that's what that crap feels like to me.
oh, dude, it's excruciating to me, and I mean, especially when I see people that like I have colleagues that I respect, but then I look at their like some of their teaching materials because now I can see them all.
Yeah, yeah.
It's kind of like, whoa, man, this class is horrible. So, there's a couple of those like, that's pretty clever. I'm going to steal that. you know?
Well, this kind of yeah, it goes back to I think you and I were talking about this before. It's just that idea of not necessarily shadowing, but just that concept of like, yes, I see what this person is doing. They are successful,
Yeah.
right? I'm going to learn everything that I can from them. Again,
Yep.
not to put their pretzel business out of
Right.
business,
Yeah.
but so that I can do my Scotch tape business,
Right.
right? And yeah, it's and I wonder if that's the case too, Patrick. Is that something where you see like mentorship being a bigger thing in the future, or is it?
It's a big thing right now. So I got to
Yeah,
be really blunt with you. I mean, dude, we've been banging that drum pretty hard for the last, I'd say, 10, 15 years.
yeah,
And I'm going to tell you, man, that like the students that I find that actually, glom onto a good mentor. And I mean, I've mentored some myself, but I limit myself in what I'm willing to mentor people on. I'm like, well, I don't have an experience in that, so I'm the wrong guy. Okay, so you want to know about railroads? All right, let's take. I got you. Yeah.
sit down.
Yeah. So you want to be a college professor today? I got you. So the other one is like, I do get a lot of students who are interested in law school, so I can do pretty good with that too.
I can
So
imagine.
yeah,
Yeah, I do have
you know,
some experience with that.
but
Yeah,
anything else, I just don't do it. But then like I do have a pretty extensive mentor network where like somebody, oh, I'm interested in finance. It's like, all right, I got this guy. All right, he'll work with anybody. All right, so but you need to make it patently clear that you're not there for a job. Okay, you're there to learn. All right, and if he's got a job, maybe you might get it. And if he gets a job and you don't get it, that doesn't mean that you stop mentoring with them. Kind of stuff. And man, some of these guys just do bang up work, and I mean, they just like put rocket skates on their careers. You know, the ones that I see that struggle the most are the ones who keep trying to do the old fat, like, oh, I got my degree. Okay. Let me go get an internship. Okay. So that's basically slave labor. So, and oh, you did it with the insurance sales company. Awesome. You're going to learn a lot about insurance sales. And now you're fired. Because you didn't sell anything in your first 2 weeks. Oh, wait, it was a sales job. You didn't think it was a sales job. Got it. Okay, so, oh, okay, well, let me apply it and blah, 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 all these different places. Or I'll see them, they start shooting the moon right away. And it's like, okay, fine. If you see the moon, throw a rock at it, whatever. You
yeah,
might
yeah,
get it. You might get it.
yeah.
But if not, and I have a lot of students who want to get into management, and I tell them all the time, well, how do you get a management job? It's just like, well, you pick a company, you fucking get a job at the company, and you start at the bottom, man. So, I mean, you can come in a little bit later and stuff like that, but, like really when it comes down to it, I mean, if you're going to manage people, you got to know what they do. And then on top of that, you got to know how to deal with them. And every company is going to do that different. So
Yep.
you got to pick a company or an industry and then really get involved with that industry. Um, you know, and then like, oh yeah, maybe I'll start my own business. Like, not me. So I'm not your guy. So you go find something. You have to go talk to Doctor So and So right over here. So that's his thing. He's your mentor, not me.
It is what it is, man. I mean, that's that person's area of expertise. I mean, the other thing is, it's weird. It's like I want to go directly into management. I was like, all right, well then you need to enlist as an officer, like because
Yeah, it's not like the military, man.
yeah, that's the
So,
only place where you're going to get right into management.
well, you
I
can't.
mean,
I
you
mean,
can, but
there's opportunities out there, man, but they require things like they require different things. Like I've had a number of students go into the Amazon management training program, and that's
oh,
really good, but it is an absolute meat grinder. Okay, so they are going to work you like a dog for a couple of years to try and get you to quit. Because if you make it through that, I mean, the upside is amazing. So, and I've seen the same people do things like even places like over here. I had a student over here who was at Lowe's a little
oh,
while ago.
yeah,
He did their
yeah.
management training program right out of the military, blah blah blah, stuff like that. Had the military mindset and was shocked that he only had to work 60 hours a week. So, and I was like, oh, dude, you're going to do so well there. And sure as shit, a couple years later, he just pings me at random on LinkedIn. Hey, what's up, man? How you been? What's going on? He's like, great. I've got my own district now.
See, which is fantastic. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, that's a $500,000 a year job. So, and a lot of people don't realize that. I mean, you're like your Walmart store manager at any Walmart is going to be a $300,000 to $400,000 a year job.
Oh, yeah,
That
yeah,
is huge.
yeah.
Okay. I mean, you are like a god, So, especially if you're in like Scottsbluff, Nebraska, or something like that. I mean, you're the guy the fucking Adamant family, whatever, is going to come over and ask you for money now.
Oh yeah, no, no. Listen, I mean, you and I have discussed this before about what people think that the actual 1% is like.
Yeah, it's not what you think. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, that's the thing. It's sort of that same thing that they, that hypergamy thing where they talk about the expectations of women, where it's like the people that have earned that are a very small
Oh, yeah,
percentage.
it's tiny. And especially if you're combining three different, because I mean, think about that. That's a combined percentage. And so,
Yeah,
if you're looking at 6-5 finance and, white, so those are fractions that you have to multiply
that's correct. Yes, yes.
together. So you're not getting like no 3%. You're going to get like 0.3%.
That's kind
Yeah,
of where we're
exactly.
at. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's funny. We were talking about that last night.
Were you?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So we like to pick on the girls over there and laugh at them about this stuff because they're all kind of young and doing the fucking doom scrolling on the dating app thing.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's a bad endeavor. It is. It's.
They all realize that. So
Well, I mean,
one of
this
them, she
is.
keeps threatening to show me all her dick pics.
And listen, here's the problem. Yes, I understand. This is why people think that that's the solution. Actually, you know
I
what?
don't know, man.
I can tell you why. Because it works.
Does it? Yeah.
Ultimately, here's the only reason people do that is because it works.
What's the return rate? You have to like send out 100 to get one hit.
Patrick, if you're talking about people that are willing to send out their genitalia to
They're
strangers,
fine with that.
that's the
Yeah.
mentality,
There
right?
is no denominator. Huh?
That's correct.
Denominator.
They were going to do it anyway. I mean, this is. You know what I was telling you about those people who are, it's like, yeah, I'll jump. It's like, sitting there, it's like, you got a sock and hot sauce. It's like, fuck you, I'll do it. Right?
Oh
These
yeah,
are
exactly.
the
Yeah.
same people. So, I mean, it's that
Yeah, that's
we've
true.
we've talked about this. We've talked about the bell curve of men, right? Where it's you have more problem people on the left side, less people in the middle, and then more super geniuses when it comes to the distribution. But that group over here, right? This doesn't mean necessarily that they're all necessarily stupid. As a matter of fact, there's a lot of people who are very successful here
Mhm.
because they don't think about
No,
consequences,
they don't care.
right?
Yeah.
And so yeah, there's a group of people in there that are going to be that same way. And yeah, it's a tough thing, and I think that that is, again, this is something that we have reinforced for the past 25 years. It has to work its way through the system. There's been this it comes out in media, it comes out just in terms of essentially like accountability. Like when you look at the fucking psychopaths in Minneapolis right now, right? Look, they're women. They're mostly white women.
Yeah.
Why? Because there's this certain thing that we've been All right.
Do they call it the awful thing now, or what is it?
Awful thing.
It's an acronym. I can't remember what it's like. Urban, liberal, affluent, white, something, woman.
I
Anyway,
can.
female. Yeah.
We just call them Karens. But
Yeah,
they're-
I know.
yeah,
That's just better.
yeah. But yeah, you're absolutely right. And the tricky thing here is, um, you're dealing with a class. This is the problem here is when you look at how they're aligned, and in the same, you know this too. The group that has benefited more from DEI initiatives has been white women than
Oh yeah,
anyone else,
absolutely.
right?
Yeah,
And so what we've done is we've taken essentially what is the most privileged group out there and made them feel like they're a threatened class, right? And put them in there with this group that actually has disadvantages. And it has consequences, right?
yeah, but I mean, the original idea behind Title IX was to actually increase college enrollments, and I mean, you're talking about an era where, I mean, yeah,
You're not wrong,
yeah.
but that time has come and gone.
Oh, it's long gone, man. I mean, it's like a 60-40 split in most schools.
Yes.
So, in fact, I bet you some of your like Brown universities and stuff like that, it's probably higher than that. You know, especially
Especially
your
depending on the
elite
program. Yeah.
institutions, your
Yeah.
elite institutions.
Yeah.
So, you know, well, that's if you get accepted into a specific program.
Yeah.
Usually, you just get general admittance now. So, unless it's athletics, but whatever. Oh, yeah. See, like my school's a little bit different, man. I haven't pulled the stats on my school, but I think we're like 55-45. It's pretty close. So it's not as bad as like when I was teaching at the school up on the hill. That one's bad, dude. That one is not a commuter
Those
school
guys
anymore,
are
man.
flying into their bullshit, huh?
Well, they got huge fucking budget problems too.
Go figure.
Oh yeah, I mean they
Yeah.
got every program under the sun. So you know they get a legion of DEI folks that they've relabeled. So you're going to be doing curriculum instruction now. So my school, we
Yeah.
actually did. I
Yeah.
mean, like we had, I think there were like 3 people in our DEI office, and sure enough, they're gone, man. So I
Did you
mean,
need them?
I don't really know. I mean, I only know like a couple people who actually filed complaints or had complaints filed against them. So I don't think there was that much of that going on,
Yeah.
but it's possible. It's just like when anything like that happens, it goes immediately into the confidential, the middle of
Absolutely.
the
Yeah.
envelope in the middle of the clue table.
Uh-huh.
You're not allowed to know about it.
You can't know until you
You
get.
can't know it until you guess.
Yeah.
It's like, where's Professor Plum? Didn't he work here? Why isn't he on the schedule?
You got a lot of stories that start with. So I heard.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I done
Yeah.
heard, yeah.
Yeah.
So, but I don't know, man. I mean, like some of that stuff is just it's like, hey, man, everybody's gonna be facing budgetary pressures, and so like if there's fraud and abuse in the system, it's time to start outing some of that stuff. So,
Well, and that's again. This is. I know it's being framed in a certain way, and I know that is. There's. She's definitely going for it.
nice try, dog.
But the Minnesota thing has really cracked open a ton of abuse
Case
that's been
reading.
going on within the system here, and I hope it actually gets rooted out.
Oh, dude, the MedRide one had me mad the other day. So,
Did you pose that to other people?
no,
And say, like,
I haven't. I haven't had the opportunity yet. Yesterday was a day for football, not politics. So, yeah.
Good. That's fine. That's a good way to end this Sunday.
Okay.
It's
Football, not
yeah,
politics.
yeah, absolutely. Yep.
All right, I'm Pat.
All right, Pat. I'm Jeffrey.
Hitting the button.